नमस्कार, ये पार्ट 1 वीडियो है जिसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे बेसिक इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग। लैंग्वेज यूज्ड विल बी मिक्स्ड हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश। फर्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट विल बी मीनिंग ऑफ फेजर। नॉर्मली दो टर्म यूज होती हैं, वेक्टर एंड फेजर, बट इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग में वी यूज टर्म फेजर। हमें पता है जितने भी हमारी पावर सप्लाई होती हैं दे आर ऑल साइन वेव्स। साइन वेव मीन्स दे वेरी अकॉर्डिंग टू साइन एक्स, साइन ओमेगा टी। सो एक्स एक्सिस इज ओमेगा टी, दैट इज रेडियन or unit of angle. The y-axis is magnitude. So this is a sine wave. Say this is a voltage. So voltage can be represented as V is equal to V maximum sine omega t. Say this is the reference and it is starting at reference 0. If our current is starting after an angle say theta, so we say this is a lag angle by theta degree, and again sine wave, say this is a current wave, and since current is need for representation of the sinusoidal waveform, and we have devised, electrical engineering has devised a term called phasor. We know Euler's identity, e raised to if omega t plus theta can be represented by r cosine omega t plus theta plus j sine omega t plus theta, bracket close. So this is called Euler's identity. In mathematics it has been proved. In today's video we will be not deriving the equation. All the inferences drawn will be discussed in this video. Therefore, if j is a imaginary quantity and it is represented by under root of -1, and since we are having a equation I is equal to I maximum sine omega t plus theta, it can be represented by imaginary part of r e की power j omega t plus theta. So imaginary part is this, and this equation can be represented in terms of Euler's identity. And now we do not write again and again imaginary part, imaginary word. Why to draw bracket every time? Why to put j omega t? We know omega is equal to 2 pi f. F is 50 hertz, which is constant for India. Frequency is 50 hertz. Therefore omega t we need not to write again and again. This bracket need not to write, and try to write e every time. So we are left with I maximum at an angle of theta. So this is the phasor representation, and phasor representation is only for a sinusoidal varying quantity. Now we are having I maximum theta, which can be represented by say reference. Anti-clockwise angle are treated as plus theta. So this is plus theta, and this is I maximum sin theta. I maximum phasor is this. So like this we represent. And now it is very simple. If there is a three-phase, waveform means to draw three-phase waveform, we draw 5 triangles. In middle, one horizontal line, and we connect the corners by a round. So now this is a three-phase waveform R, Y, B. This is one voltage R phase, Y phase and B phase. These are all cuttings are 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree. This is again 60 degree. Put together up to here. This is 180 degree. And one cycle completes in 360 degree. We see R starts at a 0. Next phasor is starting at after an angle of 120 degree, and B phasor is starting after 240 degree. Therefore, it can be represented by a phasor R. Y is lagging by 120 degree. So this angle is minus theta. Y, and B phasor is again lagging Y phasor by 120 degree. So this is the representation of this three-phase waveform. So we need not to draw these complex waveform, and we can represent our three phases by R, Y, B in terms of phasors. Now, meaning of phase sequence. As we have seen in complex waveform R, Y, B, first R is getting maximum, then Y, then B. And phasor rotates in anti-clockwise direction. If we see at this end, phasor rotates in anti-clockwise direction. First we will see R phasor getting maximum, then Y will come, and then B will come. And phase sequence in this representation is R, Y, B. If B is here, Y is here, then phase sequence will be R, B, Y. Then what is the meaning of this phase sequence? Again, if we give three-phase winding, if we connect three-phase winding by a three-phase, then there is a rotating field, and this is the basics of our all machines. Because of this rotating field which has been developed by a stator, which is wound for three-phase and given a supply of three-phase, a rotating field is produced, and because of this rotating field the rotor rotates. And if phase sequence is R, Y, B, the rotating field say rotating in clockwise direction. If we change the phase sequence R, B, Y, the rotating field also changes its direction and it becomes anti-clockwise. Now we will discuss meaning of balanced voltage. Balanced voltage means the magnitude of all three phases should be equal and their angle between them should also be equal. So for a three-phase, the magnitude of R, Y, B, these are the magnitude, should be equal and their angle should be 120 degree. Now once we are ready with balanced voltage, now we can understand what is the meaning of unbalanced voltage. If magnitude of any of these three phasor is different, then it will become an unbalanced voltage. Or if angle is not 120 degree, it will become unbalanced voltage. So unbalanced voltage can be of many types. Unbalanced voltage means, first case, the magnitudes are not equal. So one phasor is having less magnitude, or magnitude is equal but the angle between them is not 120 degree. And third, combination of 1 and 2. Now there is a lot of difficulty in dealing with unbalanced voltage because it produces negative torque. How? It is understood by symmetrical component. There was a mathematician by name Fortescue. He said any unbalanced voltage that is either magnitude is not equal or the angle between them are not 120 degree for three phase. So any unbalanced voltage can be represented by three voltages. First, a balanced voltage which is having phase sequence same as that of original unbalanced voltage. So phase sequence should be R, Y, B. We are seeing from here R is getting maximum, then Y is getting maximum, then B is getting maximum because phasor rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So same phase sequence. This is called positive phase sequence. Then next is a balanced voltage, again balanced voltage, but having phase sequence opposite of that of original unbalanced voltage. So this will be R and B, Y. So this is called negative phase sequence. And third is zero phase sequence. Zero phase sequence. And zero phase sequence is the three voltages VR, VY, VB, which is having zero phase difference between them. So they are co-phasor. So in case of unbalanced voltage, there will be a positive sequence voltage, negative sequence voltage, and zero phase sequence voltage. And what are the repercussions? These will be producing a rotating magnetic field which is clockwise, and because of negative phase sequence there will be a negative rotating magnetic field and it will produce a negative torque. Since there is no 120 degree phase displacement, it will not produce any rotating magnetic field and it will contribute for the I-square losses. So because of unbalancing in voltage, a negative torque has come in our system and losses, which is I-square losses. Now we will discuss about harmonics. The definition of harmonic is a sinusoidal component of a periodic wave having a frequency that is an integral multiple of the fundamental frequency. Let us discuss the same. This is our fundamental waveform having a time period of t, and as we know our frequency is 50 Hz. Time period will be 1 by f, and 50 Hz if we put here it will come out to be 20 millisecond. Magnitude in y-axis, omega t in x-axis. So if we want to draw third harmonic, then third harmonic will complete 3 cycles when fundamental is completing 1 cycle. So we have to draw 3 cycles in the same waveform. This is 1 cycle, second cycle, third cycle. So when fundamental is rotating at a speed of omega, third harmonic will rotate at a speed of 3 omega. Having discussed this, now there is a question: from where does harmonics come? Does it come from supply or from the load? So we will check. Supply means generator, and there will be coils in the generator. So it so happens that when one side of the coil is under N pole, another will be south pole. So when it is 1 volt, say positive negative, the voltage generated in the another conductor is negative, positive negative, and this is also 1 volt, plus minus, like 2 batteries connected in series. So at output we get 2 volt. Let's see what happens for the second harmonic. So we have to draw 2 complete cycle in one fundamental, and here we see when this is positive, then another 180 degree after, the other conductor of the coil will also be getting positive voltage. So if this is plus minus, this will be plus minus, and 2 voltages will oppose each other, and therefore even harmonics gets cancelled. It means there won't be any even harmonics in our system. Now we are left with only odd harmonics. Odd harmonics means one is fundamental, then 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 is even, 11, 13, 15 and so on. One is fundamental. So this is not harmonic but fundamental harmonic. Then this is 3, multiple of 3, 3, 9, 15. And third harmonics or triplen, that is 3 multiplied by n is equal to 1, 2, 3. 3 is 9, 6 will not be there because even 3, 9, 15, all triplen harmonics are equivalent to 0 sequence. Means there is no phase displacement of 120 degree and they all produce heating. No rotating magnetic field is produced. And we are left with 5, 7, 11, 13. These can be represented by 6n plus minus 1. If we put n is equal to 1, we will get, when we take plus we get 7, when we take minus we get figure 5. So 5 and 7 has come. 3 triplet, then 5, 7. N is equal to 2, we will get 11 and 13. So when we take plus sign, means 7 and then 13, they rotate in the direction as that of the rotating magnetic field produced by fundamental. As we have discussed, these all will be producing rotating magnetic field, and what will be the direction? So when we take plus sign in this formula, they will be rotating in direction which is produced by the fundamental frequency, and when we take negative, these rotate in anti-clockwise direction or direction opposite to that of the fundamental, and these produce negative torque. Then how do we measure this unbalance or harmonics? So there are meters available, and we can measure what is the percentage of harmonics available in our system. The question of from where harmonics come has not been answered. So we have seen even harmonics gets cancelled, and we design our system like generators are designed so that only pure sinusoidal waveform is generated. Therefore, from supply side, it is assumed that we are getting pure sinusoidal waveform. Let us see what happens at the load end. Say Y connected load with a equal resistance, equal impedance. So there is a supply of 3 phasors R, Y, B, and we are connecting these to the load, and load is balanced. Balanced means each phase is having equal impedance. So the current will flow. I say this is IA, then IB, then IC current, and since this is balanced, there won't be any current in neutral. But this is not the case, because 3 phases are going to different colonies in case of power system, or if we are taking our traction load, we are drawing 3 phase and giving and the load in the different phases, we don't know how many trains will be running. So these will never be equal at load. Say one resistance or one impedance is different from the other two. So what will happen? Now the current will not be equal, and this current will, IA will flow, and it will divide in 2 currents, and it will try to modify these voltages also. Earlier there was balanced voltage, and because of unbalanced load, the voltage is modified. Here the drop will be different because of resistance different. Here the drop will be different. So voltage magnitude or angle will not be equal now. And when it is not equal, then this will be known as a unbalanced supply. And because of unbalance, there will be negative sequence and zero sequence current. And because of negative sequence current, there will be a negative torque. Because of zero sequence, there will be heating. Now, what are the ill effects of harmonics? As we have seen, harmonics come at the load end, and because of harmonics, a negative sequence and zero sequence currents are generated, and in machine it produces heating, noise, and torque pulsations. In transformer, since harmonics are at higher frequency, and since frequency increases, the copper losses increases, there is a audible noise and heating. For generator, it reduces the thermal capability of generator. Therefore, if a generator is say generating 500 megawatt and because of harmonics in the system, it will be derated. For cables and transmission line, there is a heating. For electronic equipment, it affects the control system. All control systems are getting affected by these harmonics. For capacitor, the impedance of a capacitor is given by Xc is equal to 1 upon omega c or equal to 1 upon 2 pi Fc. We have seen third harmonic means it completes 3 cycles when fundamental is completing 1 cycle. So third harmonic means 3 omega. The frequency increases. 7th harmonic 7 omega. Frequency increases. When frequency increases, the impedance reduces. When impedance reduces, current drawn by the equipment increases, and because of this more current, capacitor tends to fail.